I just showed you that Abraham got strangers in his household who are part of the everlasting covenant. And from generation to generation, as long as they with Abraham, they will continue to be in the everlasting covenant. And Abraham trusted and knew that those born in his house are inheritors. And this servant, his chief servant, his steward, ruled over everything he had. Isaac, 40 years old, and Isaac's still not ruling over everything Abraham had. No, he ruled. Abraham trusts this man that much. Let's go to Genesis 37 and see that potential. God knows that's in all human beings, all the sons of Adam. Your ethnic identity gives you no preeminence over another person, and you being able to prove if you faithful or not. You got to prove it. Go ahead, brother. We're gonna go over to Genesis 37 now. Let me go there because I keep talking and make another point. Genesis 37. Genesis chapter 37. And when we get here, this is Joseph, hated by his brothers, being sold off. And look at what happens here. Verse 28, brother. Excuse me.
And there passed by, hold on. And there passed by Midianites, merchantmen. And they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt.
Okay. Now skip down and read that last verse, verse 36.
And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and a captain of the guard.
So now Joseph gets sold into captivity, and now he's a stranger. Now we've seen how the stranger was treated by Abraham, who was born in his house or brought with his money, even brought into the covenant, everlasting covenant with God, because he's with Abraham. Now, let's go and look at a different scenario, and let's look at an Israelite, by all means, who is now in the role of being a stranger. Here we go. Genesis chapter 30. No, I already said that. Let's go over to chapter 39. We just read that. I'm bugging. Go right over to chapter 39. And when we get to chapter 39, brother, start reading at verse 1.
And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house. And all that he had, he put into his hand. And it came to pass, from the time that he had made him overseer in his house, and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he had not aught.
And he knew not.
And he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
Hold on. That last part that we read, bro, when it says he left everything in Joseph's hand, and he knew not all he had, save the bread which he did eat. What does that mean, bro?
And he knew not aught he had.
You know what I think it means, Gary?
What?
Wait, hold on. Oh, you was gonna say something. Go ahead.
Like he knew not what he had, but the bread.
Bro.
Like food. He knew he had food.
Hey, Gary, isn't that amazing Remember, this man is an important man. He's a captain of Pharaoh's bodyguards, bro. Son got bread. That's how he said that. That's how, my generation said, he got bread. He got paper. And he's a powerful man. And guess what? Joseph became in charge. And when this man saw the qualities in Joseph, like when it says, and the master saw that the Lord was with him. Y'all, it's not that he knew Joseph's God. It's that when people seen someone of great intelligence and integrity, they considered you godly, so they believed God was with you. It didn't matter who your God was. Shoot, Nebuchadnezzar said that Daniel's God was God. But then when he wanted Daniel to serve his God, Daniel was like, nah. And he was offended, like, yo, I serve your God. You won't serve my gods? Because them people looked at gods as real. If you were successful or powerful, they believed you had a powerful God. Yeah. Like, we got to think like that. That don't mean this dude knew Yahweh or not. No, he believed that God, quote unquote, whatever that was in his mind, was with Joseph. And everything Joseph did in that man's house worked out for this man's benefit. So he made Joseph the overseer. Now let's go to that word, overseer. Check this out. The Hebrew word pachad. Pachad. Hey, brother, let's go here. This word here says to attend to. That's one of the main definitions. Hold on. To commit, entrust, commit for care, deposit. Do y'all know what that means? That means that you put this man, you put everything you have in his care. And it said this man trusted Joseph so much that all he knew was, like you said, Gary, hey, the food is always here. Everything is always right. He ain't know how much money he had or nothing because Joseph was entrusted with all of it. You know what that means? Just like Abraham's servant ruled over all Abraham had, and this man was a stranger, but a part of Abraham's house, Joseph becomes that same guy to the captain of Pharaoh's guard, in charge of everything. So this man, he wasn't, but Potiphar and Joseph weren't related in the text. This man is an Egyptian. Joseph is a slave who was sold unjustly. And this stranger who becomes a part of your family becomes so trusted that, yo, I'm not worried about nothing. I don't have to be thinking. I don't have to be stressed. He takes all my stress. He make my problem his problem. That's what chief servants do. Whatever could be problems in your house, them things get solved before you even know there's a problem. Isn't that amazing, Gary? This man trusted Joseph that damn much. He ain't even like, yo, I just know.
Just bring me my food.
Yo, where my sandwich? Yo, where my sandwich at? Come on, y'all. Brothers and sisters, y'all gotta be, y'all know where I'm taking this, right? In case you don't know, let's keep it going a little bit. And if there's anyone who got a problem with this message, y'all just email me, man. Your boy Zaydok at gmail.com. YABOYZAYDOK. Or if you want to back chat me, whatever, just hit me up and we can have a discussion about it according to y'all's will. Because if somebody against what I'm teaching tonight, they got some splaining to do. Because they ain't reading that Bible. Hey, let's go over to chapter 41, bro. Go right over to 41. So now we know Joseph gonna step up. We know that the man's wife was lusting after Joseph. He was falsely accused of rape, put in prison, all of this stuff. But now he become the right-hand man of the young god named Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh seen how Joseph got it in and was like, I trust the bull. I got to get my Philly talk on. I trust the bull. He trusted the bull, right? So let's go down here for the sake of time. Okay, this is good enough. Verse 38. Genesis 41, start at 38. All right.
And Pharaoh said unto his servants, Can we find such a one as this is, a man in whom the Spirit of God is? And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, For as much as God hath showed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art. Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou.
Hold on. You're gonna be over all my house. Isn't that what Abraham's eldest servant was? He was in charge of the entire thing.
Everything.
According to your word, my people will be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than you. I'm the only one that's greater than you. Abraham was the only one in his own household who was greater than the chief steward. Isaac was going to inherit Abraham's greatness. But while Abraham's still alive, even Isaac honors the chief steward. And best believe the chief steward still looks at Isaac as his master, because he knows if his master die, he's still alive, he's going to wind up serving. And if he get too old, guess who's going to step up next, Gary? His son.
Yep.
Born in Abraham's house, circumcised in the young man area, ready to go.
Amen.
So when Joseph gets this position, it's the same thing. It's just on another level. I'm just going here to show you the position of stewards who are strangers and be brought into a family. Brothers and sisters, I want to show you a psalm, and I'm going to add this. This wasn't in my notes. Hey, Gary, let's go here right quick, and let's show people. If people want to know, people always tell you about Yahweh and what he is and all of this. Oh, no, he is that, but it's something else Yahweh is. Let's go over to Psalm 68. Let's go to Psalm 68.